Hello and welcome everyone. I'm Shabat Hussain from Chidam University, and our good name is.
You're supposed to name your university.
Yeah.
Also, you're not supposed to name your
Yeah.
university.
This thing in the university.
Go on.
Sorry, extremely sorry. Our topic is on smart migration. You know, in our country every year, people want to change their economical condition. They want to go to abroad. But they in the abroad they face some difficulties. And after analyzing the situation, we come to find a problem situation. And that is there are people who are abroad, living abroad, or having a better economical life. They are being underpaid, or their condition is worse. And sometimes they do some menial jobs also. And there is a drastic impact of middleman in our lower socio-economical group, such as sometimes they have their impact or they lease their migrant to the appropriate destination, and it causes an inconsistent. Beyond this situation, there is some problems or complications, such as unskilled migrant. The people who go to abroad for our country, basically they are mainly unskilled and they are not skillful actually. And sometimes lack of information also create impediments in their way of life in the overseas. The system default is also lack of professionalism, and sometimes people of our country can cope with the language and the culture of the country. Asymmetric, sometimes middleman broker impact also liable for this reason, and sometimes asymmetric information also given to the migrants that is also make the problems. To solve the problem or complication, we need to start something. Remind the hurdle of life of abroad. There is a lot of difficulties in living in the abroad. We should make inform our people about it. Advantage of trained migrant. We should give the information about the skillful migrant who lives in the abroad and doing having their better life. Technological training is a very important thing. There are 20 training center under BMT which have 1 lakh capacity of training. There are 4 and 5 lakh migrants every year. As per our research, the number of training is going to increase up to 4 or 5 lakhs through the learning for migrants and it's graduate programs. And last question, we went to a survey at BKTC. Their principal told us about a program that OPA is a program that help the migrant to become skillful. And this after having such kind of course or program, people that will come to know about temperature courses, post-temperature know-hows and culture, law and order of destination country. It is a moral and ethical formalities. And another fact is that language training. Sometimes people of our country can't cope with their overseas language. So, if it is possible, then we have to provide some basic language training. Thank you. I would like to pause Saidu for going to the next slide.
Now, what we are proposing to it. First of all, we can implement some new government rules or laws in the migration process. We will discuss later how. Then we will create an organization. That's a government initiative named Shonodlamu Bidajam. What they will want? They will arrange some information within every passport office and union portion named as Shonodlamu Bidajam. Then they will look after how they will increase the advertisement to make people interested in taking trainings. They will monitor something, and that's actually our big idea. Certified middleman broker with training will be monitored by the organization. We will certify the middlemen certify the middlemen to help people, because as per our research, they are not always bad. Because like Rohima Begum, she don't know how to have a passport or how to have visa. So middlemen are also important for us. So if we legalize them and we create something, we create something some costing by government, it can be possible. Then creating online information resources for job portal for trend matrix. That will be for we will discuss it later. Then implementation. How will we implement? Implementation of new rules in migration process. There will be a government law that will require at least HSC or any kind of technical training certificate to be migrated. Like IELTS, when we apply for a student visa in abroad, most of the countries need IELTS or anything else. So we will do a government rule, our government rule, to have at least an HSC or any kind of technical training certificate. Then our organization Sonodom, there will be a good number of information books in every passport, as earlier I said, and there are 60 local and 7 divisional passport offices in Bangladesh, and it will be must that the booths are available there, and they will promote our mottos. And the Union Digital Center are newly established one-stop service outlet 4,547 Union Parishad to digitalize Union Parishad in Bangladesh. There will be also the booths. And the organization will promote about the training facilities and needs that make the complications resolved. Now I would like to call Mujamel to continue the research.
Thank you, Sajid. To approach our audience, we need to increase our TVC and other advertisement, and we can promote Toronto Videsham through Jatapala for our other local entertainment medium and some local songs in rural areas. There will be set issues like Rohima Begum, which will be conscious about the abroad migration. There will be new both and statuses of untrained and advertised students of trained to be motivated. The certified middleman broker which train. There will be government certified brokers who will be trained for encouraging people for taking proper preparation. And then they will help in the procedures also, but in government and district bias, which is cost effective. And then I would like to call.
The important fact, what is feasibility? How it is, what is feasibility? So, to the 21st October, our Prime Minister said that there is approximately 95 lakh Bangladeshi migrants across the world. So, they're across the world who are not, most of them, maximum 88% do not have, are not non-trained, are not trained. So, as a result, there are 60%. As a result, there are 60%
Lower salary than the
lower salary than Sri Lankan migrant. And beside that, there are GDP for funding. There are some huge funding for GDP. So if we can implement our plans, we can get up to 60% more remittance per expat. So the first step should be taken as it's very effective. Thank you.
So first of all, I guess let me start with the questions, and I thank you all for being here with us. So this is really powerful. It really got me thinking. I mean, you guys have done some fantastic work. You went to a few places and really you've made quite a lot of effort to get to know what you're dealing with. And only the first page, it's quite informative. One of the things to keep in mind when you're putting something like this in front of your audience, then the audience is somewhat divided. I mean, either they need to read this or look at your presentation. A better way could be that, yes, these are here with us, but then you kind of almost bring up the key messages. So the first one, very much, he's on student visa. And this is a real powerful message. It tells you a lot of things about what's happening there. So that's just a quick input. The second one, and it's one of those points. I mean, when you're presenting, just make sure that you're always looking at your audience, because we can read the slides. It's about the message that you convey. Now, the third point, feasibility. I understand the way you've interpreted whatever problem is, whether financially it makes sense to invest into it. I think about the context. It's less about that, more about the proposition that you have. Whether that is feasible operationally, to scale it up. That is what feasibility in this context means, not how much more income our trained migrant population would generate. My question would be one of the slides you've said you want to make sure everyone who goes out are at least with HSC qualification. Does this sound right? I mean, if someone has HSC qualification and if they're going to Saudi Arabia for maid work or even day laborers, which is most of the population that we send out as migrants. If I'm HSC qualified, then I'm actually one of the most educated people in this country, and the whole mass of population that we have, they don't have any education, and that constitutes a mass of your migrant population.
Actually, we say HSC or any training.
Any technical training.
Any technical training. So, is he is HSC passed and he is not eligible. Not eligible means he is more eligible than the US. For foreign jobs. Then why should he go? Then those who are not HSC passed, then take a technical training and go.
So, Team Backspace, I think you really made a good start in the presentation. I really liked how you started off, and you were almost bang on in terms of your situation and background analysis and the problem and even evaluations of other alternatives. I really like the content as to what you say. You thought it through. I like that. Later on, I think you kind of lost track. And I'm not sure you really have the big idea. You talk about implementations, you talk about other stuff, but what is really the big idea? What are you really going to do? That kind of got me lost. I'm not sure I got that right. You have the slide here? I'm not sure.
We will satisfy the middleman and broker with training.
This is your big idea.
The organization is whole is the idea, but in that this is the most big idea for us.
Do you think it's feasible to get rid of brokers or
Which type of training?
brokers?
For middlemen, they are not going to the abroad. So which type of training for them?
They will train. They will train by train for encouraging people for taking proper preparation.
They are already doing this.
Actually, they are.
So they are thinking about self.
Their manner is very good. They are making people understanding. All by the AI, so they are very good.
But they are not encouraging them to take training. We will train them as we certify them. They will have some power.
What is their benefit?
They are
Why
getting
doesn't it
certified, that's
be
fine.
training?
But how, will they really encourage or really will they do their bit of the part to make sure that their real audience and people who are actually going there will be certified as well? You're only doing one part of the story. You're just certifying the middlemen. You're certifying the brokers. Fine. But they have to do their part. They act on their own to make sure that the end consumers or your audience are actually being certified with proper training, with proper awareness to face the real scenario of the other country.
To be certified, they will have to first be trained. Then they will be certified.
Fine.
Okay.
Fine.
Then they will do. They will help in procedures also. But with a government enlisted price which is cost effective, we will enlisted price, giving them.
Basically, your point is to make sure that the pricing is right,
Yeah.
so that they don't really have to
Yeah.
overpay what they're doing right now, and ensure that these are being followed.
Yeah.
Are you sure that, I mean, this will be followed? I mean, the rules are already there. We have excellent rules in this country, but these are not implemented. How do you make sure that
We
they
will make monitored by our organization, That's why we create the organization.
You are giving certificate to the middleman, but he is not going to upload. For no, it doesn't mean anything. He has certificate or not, because this middleman is not going to upload.
I kind of differ with you on that part. I'm saying if they have this kind of boards or whatever saying I think it's really encouraging. I like this kind of things really make people aware that yes. But I'm afraid that after that, after the middleman takes certified and fine, what about the real time workers? Will they actually? That's what I'm worried about.
As we will certify the middlemen, so people will go to the certified one, not the. In Bangladesh nowadays, people not trusting the middlemen or brokers.
So much fraud
Yeah.
going around in this
Now
country.
I have the
How do you make
certificate.
sure that this is
I
not
have,
another fraud?
Now I am certified. So he will come to me first.
I think it's not being certified. You are giving them identity.
There was a license.
Yeah.
License.
It's not
Actual
it's
license.
identity card that you are
Yeah.
government approved agent to send people. I think it's not certificate of training.
I think it is a license to have deal with the migrants.
But according to law, these agents don't have right to give the certificate because only the recruiting agency they give some submitted money nearly 1 crore to the government fund, then government give a license. But you cannot give a license to a middleman.
And as we are saying this to government. We are saying this to government, and there are no law. There are no law.
Government will take the initiative to do that.
Government will take initiative to certify them. They will make the law. If government chooses our plan, then they will implement it. We are just giving the
I
idea.
don't think it's feasible because if you give that man a certificate or identity, it is his business to take money. Why you will do this for you? Our government or if government is paying them, you do this and this will pay them. Government is not paying them. It's their business to make fraud. So why will you do good things? Why do you believe these people will do practice?
I am certifying him, I'm giving him license.
We will check their quality. We will they will be educated. This middleman, this types of middlemen are
Officially,
specialized.
this middleman
Official
don't send
middleman.
people. Officially, recruiting agencies sending people.
Yeah.
So you don't give them license to the middleman. You can ask the recruiting agency, you give identity to these people.
Yeah.
Suppose a recruiting agency guide is him, but as a government you cannot give a middleman a certificate. It's never possible. Is it ever possible that the government is giving certificate to a middleman or identity to do his business? Is it feasible? No government will do. What is this? The cheater, the people who have claims, a lot of cases, a government will never give them identity or certificate. Is it ever possible?
It is actually not possible, but we have to take some initiatives, and it is our idea, own idea to express ourselves to go through it. We have another idea. Every passport and visa office there is a Shollomu Bidesh Jamu. This kind of organization will be there, booth there, and they will talk about with the people about their training course. And government should take an initiative that without having a proper training from the organization, they can't go to the airport. And after having the training session from this Plomo, this Jammu, then I think they will be skillful and they will have a lot of remittance for us.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.